I'm Madeline Harvey. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and welcome to day 2 of our 7-day vocal makeover challenge. The objective of these 7 days is to use the foundations of voice as building blocks. So each lesson builds right on top of the other. So by the end of our 7 days together, your voice will be behaving more like a very sophisticated system, all pieces working in harmony. Our objective of today's video is to tap into the source of our vocal power, which is our breath. We're going to discover it in 2 parts, the inhale and the exhale. So by the end of our time today, you'll be feeling more tuned with your natural breathing process. So if you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up or click that subscribe button below. I would love to see you here more often. The video that you're about to see was taken as a clip from a live lesson that was shot earlier today. Enjoy this exercise, but if you're hungry for more exercises, then I invite you to click that join button below and become a member of this channel. As a member, you'll have exclusive access to all of our lives that we do every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. You'll also be able to participate in our lives together, offering your specific questions for your specific vocal needs. So again, just click that join button. It's only $4.99 a month, and your contribution helps to support our channel. That way we can continue to deliver awesome content for you. You ready to get started? Here we go. Welcome to day 2 of the 7-day vocal makeover challenge. So the objective of these 7 days, as they will be together, is we're going to use the foundations of voice and we're going to use them as building blocks. So one builds on top of the other until ultimately when we're done with this 7-day challenge, we can really feel that the voice works as an entire system. We're going to tap into each part of that system, isolate it and strengthen it. So day 1, we talked about freeing the voice, how important it was to get the voice accustomed to moving through the body without the influence of the tyranny of tension. So today we're going to tap into breath. The source of your vocal power is your breath. Now, it's going to be quite a doozy of a lesson, but we're gonna hang tight and we're gonna get through this together because there's a lot of misconceptions about breath. But I want you to come into this lesson with a mindset of, 1, your body already knows how to breathe. Our job is really just getting more out of the way so it can do its job. Number 2 is that when we do start to come into the idea of breath control, it's that we've tapped into the cycle of breath. We understand that it's a reflexive sort of cycle. So real quick, some of the aspects that we'll go over today because we're dedicating this lesson to breath specifically. But if you want to dive into more about the breath, I do have a module about maximizing the breath, parts 1, the inhale, and part 2, the exhale, available on Skillshare if you want to learn more about that. Okay. All righty. So we're going to start. We're going to just hit the ground running. You guys ready? Ready to work out? Hitting that ground running, we're going to start with our straw. Now, if you don't have a straw, it's okay. You can use your lips. But we're going to activate the breathing muscles first, the inspiratory and the expiratory muscles, because we want to be able to really get a very strong, active inhale and exhale. We want to strengthen the lungs themselves. So we're going to take our straw. If you don't have it, like you're slurping a spaghetti noodle, we're going to inhale full power, 8 counts. On the count of 9, we're going to suspend. That's a new thing. On the count of 9, suspend, and then start again on another 8 counts with the powerful exhale. So one more time, inhale full power, count of 8. We'll have 1 count of suspend, and then we'll apply the pressure for the exhale. So I'm going to start. We're going to do this together consistently for 2 whole minutes. So here's our counting. Everybody hear that okay? Good. Now we're going to take a breath. Here we go. Full power. Good. Good. And relax, relax. So we need to do an exercise like this, just really to activate the sheer strength of the lungs themselves. So we've got inspiratory muscles and expiratory muscles. This is a specific exercise to get them strong, get them really strong. Why? Because whether we're inhaling or we're exhaling, we need a strong recoil, like a strong recoil inhale and a strong reflexive exhale. So this gets us kind of tuned in with them. So I want you to think about something today. Our mantra for today is open in, open out. We want to think of the inhale and exhale as being like a circle, okay? And that was the purpose of that tiny little one count of breathe in and then like suspend. You feel the suspension kind of turns the energy toward that exhale. So tune into this as best as you can. I know that I'm just going to go really quick here. So now we're going to introduce the inhale. So we've got those two parts, inhale, exhale. If I were to ask you which one's more important to your singing, I would guess that 90% of all of you guys would say, oh, the exhale, for sure, the exhale. Well, we'd be wrong. Because now when you think about it logically, you can't exhale if you don't have a good inhale. So the inhale is more important than the exhale. We know that exhale is where singing goes, but we're going to take a little bit of time now to just tune into our inhale. Now, if this is new information for you, we'll get through this together. I don't want you to think breathe. Remember, your body already knows how to breathe. It already knows how to breathe. I'd rather you just think the word open. That's our word, open, okay? So we're going to take our straw, or you can take your lips and just exhale full power until you are almost empty. I mean, just doubled over, you're just empty in your tank. Then, I don't want you to breathe. I just want you to open your throat and see what happens. Ready? We're going to exhale through our straw full power. Here we go. Good, good. What that creates, I hope you felt it. If not, we're going to do it again. What that creates is a very, very intense vacuum effect. And you feel it's like vacuum happening down here in the body. Now I'll stand up a little straighter so you can see it. But let's try it again. Let's see if we can feel it. Exhale through your straw. Open your throat. Good. You see how it just kind of goes right where it needs to go. Good. Usually when I teach the inhale, the breath work, I have something that my husband, it looks like a turkey baster. And my husband uses it to clean off his dust from his lenses. So that's our attitude. We want to be able to create an openness here that generates a suction that pulls the breath in for us. Now, I just really want you to remember that. It pulls the breath in for you. So you don't have to think, breathe. Because when we think breathe, we are generally coming at it from a very anxiety-ridden place, like very reactive place. We don't want to do that. Open is our word right now, okay? So let's try it one more time. Here we go. Exhale. Keep exhaling. Feel that deep, 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 like contraction of the exhale. When you're ready, open your throat. Good, good, very good, very good. So now we're going to use this and we're going to put this in an exercise. So what we want to do, now we don't have the benefit of the straw. So we're going to make sure that before we inhale, we exhale first because we want to create that sense of emptiness, that I'm so empty, I'm so empty, I'm so empty. And then all of a sudden when we breathe, it goes exactly where it needs to go. That you're not directing your air up there, okay? We don't want reactive inhales. We want a nice recoil down there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna exhale, then we're gonna inhale, and then we're gonna walk this down. we're doing, we're kind of generating a musical rhythmic breathing pattern that is very similar to sort of a catch breath. We're giving ourselves one count to get that inhale. Now, we're not thinking too much about the exhale right now because we can't do both of those right now. So we're exhaling, ma, then you hear the chord change. And then that's where you inhale. You keep exhaling until you're ready for the inhale. There creates that vacuum effect. Okay, so I'll have you listen to it one more time. I'm gonna exhale first. Breathe that contraction. Just wanted to give you a couple so you can hear. Can you hear that we just keep exhaling till we're ready for that next inhale? And there we go. Don't fault yourself if your body's not getting this right now. I want to give you a chance to slow this down until your body can feel what it feels like. But we're opening here to create that vacuum. Remember? Here we go. Exhale first. Open. Today. Let's try that again right here. Now I really want to console you. Don't worry. Right now we're not thinking about what's happening on the exhale. We're just breathing as we normally would. What we're trying to do is create that quick breath pattern. But we don't want it to be like that. So keep concentrating on, I'm going to exhale. I feel that I'm emptying myself like a little doggy squeak toy, and then I open it up again. Now you're just opening up right here. You don't have to do much more than that. Make sense? Make sense? Good. Let's take it back down. Exhale first. There Makes sense so far? Now I just want to recap because I know we're going really, really, really fast. If I were you, I would start with a straw or your lips. Really, really, really give yourself a full powered exhale, just in your practice without voice, full powered exhale. That way you can feel that deep, deep emptying right here in the lungs, this deep contraction. The more contraction you have, the more the recoil of the inhale. When you're ready for the inhale, don't breathe, just open your throat. And then your whole body opens, just like a little vacuum. Really want you to keep that in mind. And then when you apply this to song work, now we don't want to take a long time to get this open, open, open inhale. We need no more than like 1 count. That's what we're going for. It's just like our turkey baster. It's exhale, and then open. As soon as you open that throat, you should be able to feel expansion on the side body and expansion around the belly. So if I demonstrate, I'm going to exhale first. Yeah, just feel that openness, feel that openness. Now, when you apply it to vocal work, I strongly want to encourage you, do not babysit your pitches right now. So I allowed my voice to be very, very shaky and vulnerable because my objective is not straight tone right now. My objective is to feel that timing of that inhale, timing of that inhale. When we start to talk about the exhale, and here in a second, we'll shift and focus on that a little bit better, okay? But when we ignore the inhale, especially if this is new for you, when you ignore the inhale, you'll just reverberate back to that kind of work. So before you really get into power singing or anything like that, just want you to give yourself plenty of time to feel, I've contracted my exhale. When I'm ready, I'm just gonna open my throat. Good. Now it does demand that you keep your belly muscles generally relaxed. We don't necessarily have time to get into that in today's lesson, but I do want to say that if you feel that this is very, very hard to relax right here, I want to encourage you to visit Skillshare. There's a module called Maximize Your Breath Part 1, the inhale, and that goes into very, very, very deeply into relaxing these ab muscles, okay? But just the general gist is that you would open here, that creates that pull deep, deep, deep down into the lungs, which allows a widening on the side body and then a feeling of belly. Now, simply because when the diaphragm lowers, it pushes down and out gently, gently your interior organs, which I think is really, really cool. But it's a very subtle, subtle thing, okay? So now that we've done that, now we can shift into the gloriousness of the exhale. Are you guys ready? Let's grab our straw.